Numerous found footage horror films have been produced because they typically do not require a large budget or a large ensemble or crew. To further the realistic goals of this genre, unknown actors are frequently cast in the main roles, and the actors themselves are responsible for much of the cinematography. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we will be looking at Scariest Footage Found. Yeah, you heard it right. The Blair Witch Project, 1999. The Blair Witch Project's influence on the subgenre is unquestionable, as it is a genuine found footage masterpiece. It established a formula that is still in use today and has inspired numerous imitations and parodies. Heather Donahue, Michael Williams, and Joshua Leonard were listed as missing in its marketing campaign, and fake police reports were posted on the film's official website detailing their disappearance. The actors did not appear on any talk programs or film promotional materials, and Donahue's mother received sympathy cards. It is arguably the most effective found footage horror film ever produced, even after all these years. It begins with a description of how the footage was discovered 1 year after 3 film students vanished while filming a documentary about the Blair Witch legend. Several interviews with the town's residents are used to establish the legend, and each character's reaction to the tales is fascinating to observe. The Blair Witch Project is a remarkably rewarding horror experience for those who listen and observe attentively. The directors Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez were able to capture genuine moments of dread from their actors, and the unrivaled conclusion is still so terrifyingly real. The Blair Witch Project was not the first discovered footage horror film, but it did popularize the subgenre. Noroi, The Curse, 2005. In the years that followed the Blair Witch Project, numerous discovered footage horror films blatantly plagiarized it. In 2005, Japanese director Kei Shiraishi created Noroi, The Curse, a 2-hour piece of unadulterated terror that is unlike anything the subgenre has ever produced. Inspired by Japanese folklore and urban legends, this meticulously crafted jewel examines the evil deeds of Kagutaba through the eyes of paranormal investigator Masafumi Kobayashi, Jin Muraki. In contrast to the typical one-location setting of most found footage horror films, Kobayashi's investigation leads him throughout Japan. This film has a significantly more professional aesthetic, which eliminates the prevalent criticism of shaky cam footage. Noroi, The Curse is presented as footage from a competent but unfinished documentary deemed too distressing for public consumption. It is unquestionably unsettling, and it provides an abundance of shocks. The film invests a great deal of time in establishing atmosphere and tension, but also in creating overtly horrifying set pieces. The film's popularity was not immediate, but it has amassed a massive fan base over the years. Shiraishi also discovered a talent for found footage filmmaking and went on to create a number of other excellent films, such as Occult, Cult, and A Record of Sweet Murder. Exhibit A, 2007. Exhibit A, an underrated British psychological thriller by Dom Rotheroe, examines the actual horror of abuse concealed behind the doors of an apparently normal family. Judith, Brittany Ashworth, is a troubled adolescent who uses her new video camera to manage her anxiety. The manner in which Judith utilizes the camera tells us a great deal about her, despite the fact that character development is not necessarily a valued aspect of these films. It is as if the film transports the audience into her mind. Before Bradley Cole's, her father's, subtle symptoms of insanity become apparent, the film initially appears to be a typical home video. The slow pace is implemented in the most compelling manner to maintain realism. When the traumatic conclusion arrives, the emotional connection the audience develops with each character is particularly effective. There are no supernatural elements or local legends present. This is authentic horror. Paranormal Activity, 2007. Paranormal Activity, one of the most profitable films of all time, spawned 7 sequels, the 8th of which will be released next year. The original remains a fan favorite, and it reignited the popularity of found footage horror films a decade after the Blair Witch Project. Katie Featherston and Micah Sloat's Katie Featherston and Micah Sloat home appears to be haunted, and they attempt to capture the apparition on film. The simplicity of the film is what makes it so horrifying to watch, and Featherston and Sloat's natural performances, which consisted primarily of improvised dialogue, keep the film plausible and engaging. Director Oren Peli maximizes the horror by filling the film with tense silences and concealed apparitions, resulting in a genre-defining classic. So that's all from today's video.